Hello, this is Zan of LiveLaughTrade.com in partnership with our friend Nikos at Spartan Trader, and this is my weekly watch list for 26th of July, July 2014, and here are my pairs for following week. We will start with GBP-JPY. If we check the weekly chart, we can see that we have still the main uptrend. Price broke resistance, created higher high, and then retraced back to support. So we can connect three touches, trend line coming from higher lows, and in combination with EMA 12. And if we go to the daily chart, you can see that we got some weakness at the price. Here price created higher high, higher low, and then created lower high and retraced back to the main support area, and it's now ranging here at the main support. So if you're not in the trade yet, then wait for confirmation to the upside or to the downside, and if you are in, just wait if price will move and bounce to the upside, or if it break and find previous support down here. Then GBP Australian dollar. If you check the weekly chart, you can see that we have the main uptrend. Price is bouncing from the EMA 36. It bounced again for the 4 times, and we have resistance from previous highs, so around 270, 80 pips more or less. And if you check the daily chart, you can see that price like that area of support coming from lows and in combination with EMA 200, and you can see that price bounced off support and it's moving higher for now. So that's good point, because from the weekly we have the main uptrend and we are trading longs from major support, and also price bounced off resistance, moved down around 340, 50 pips, so it makes sense for the price to retrace a little bit, so at least 100, 200, and if we get lucky, then price will reach previous highs, resistance again 340 pips away. If you are not already in, then just wait for maybe 4 hourly, 1 hourly setup to target that area. If price decide to move lower, then just wait for lower low, clear break of resistance, and then retracement, and then target previous support coming from those highs up here. Then Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. If you check the weekly chart, you can see that main trend it's down, but price closed over resistance and EMA 36, and we have also higher lows, so that can mean that price want to change the major trend direction, or if it will bounce, then it will want probably reach previous support 270 pips away. So if we check the daily chart, you can see that price bounced off support, moved up very quickly, 370, 80 pips, reached previous highs up here, and bounced with spike from about 335 pips, and it makes sense to look also for sub bounce short opportunities and target previous support 270 pips. If price decide to move higher, then we want to see a clear break of previous highs. So kind of retracement and then higher high, higher low over it. Use this CHF. If you check the weekly chart, you can see that we had made major short trend, lower highs, then price decided to move higher, created higher high, higher low below EMA 36, and then we got that weekly 2 to 3 line break, price moved up over EMA 36, and if you check the daily chart, you can see that we have higher lows, so 1, 2, 3 touches, trend line, and if you are not already in, then wait for the price to retrace to major support, and then if you see the spiking to the upside, then you can try bounce long and target previous highs coming from January and November last year. If you are a day trader, you can also start looking for some short opportunities for about 70 pips to target that major daily support. But if you're a swing trader, then just wait for price to reach major support and then decide if it will move higher or it will break and continuing previous short trend. Okay, we will see. Then New Zealand US dollar. If you check the weekly chart, you can see that we have higher lows but also higher highs, and if you check the big picture, you can see that we have kind of a channel. Price is bouncing off support and bouncing off resistance. Price again bounced off resistance and moved down, and it's coming back from previous support. And if you check the daily chart, you can see that price bounced with spikes from resistance and moved up very quickly, and that will mean around 300 pips move to the downside without bigger retracement. So what I want to see here, if you check the previous moves, you can see that price liked to bounce off EMA 200. You can see here, 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 here. So I would like to see, because major trend it's still up from the weekly, for the price to reach that major support, create some spike, and then move higher and reach previous resistance from that weekly and daily channel. GBP Canadian dollar. If you check the weekly chart, you can see that we have major uptrend and price is still creating that kind of a wedge channel with lower highs and the same lows. And if you check the daily chart, we have that lower highs and then lows. Price bounced of resistance up here, moved down and then moved up again. So what I want to see is, if you're a swing trader, then just wait for clear break of resistance or for the price to reach support again, and then trade bounces to target that resistance, because major weekly trend is still up, so buying from support makes sense. If you're a little bit aggressive, then just wait for another short bounce signal and then target support. But don't forget that weekly trend is still up. USD JPY, the weekly chart, we have major uptrend, but price is moving in that horizontal channel between support and resistance for months now. price bounced again off support, and if we check the daily chart, you can see that big channel, price bounced off support again. So if you're a swing trader, then just wait for a clear break below or above the channel, or wait for the price to reach resistance, create some spike, and then target support again. Then GBP CHF, if you check the weekly chart, you can see that we have higher lows, then price moved up very quickly for about 870 pips, more or less, reached previous highs and bounced with spikes from that area. So what I want to see is, we want to expect some retracement on the weekly soon. So we have support around 300 plus pips in extension with that support trend line coming from those lows up here. So if you check the daily, you can see that we have nice trending moves. We have strong major daily trend line close to the EMA 36, so it makes sense for the price to break it with lower low, lower high, then target weekly retracement move, so that daily support. And the last pair is GBP US dollar. If you check the weekly, we have powerful uptrend, price created higher high, we have higher lows closer to the EMA 12, so price moved up, retraced, and we have price at support. We have major resistance up here, 350 pips, and major support 240 pips. So price will decide if you want to move higher or lower. And if you check the daily chart, you can see that price is moving back to support, and if you got some spiking to the upside, then you can try long bounce trades and to target that resistance area. If price will break it, if price will break that daily trend line, then wait for lower low, lower high, and then target support. Okay, these are all pairs on my watchlist for following week, so have a good week and happy and healthy trading. Bye.